I keep mentioning this extra flex, and that's all because our Customer Appreciation Month through April. So all through the month of April, if you have the HSN credit card, another awesome thing that you get for having that card is you can add an extra flex to anything that you see. Like right now, this 2 flex, you can break this into 3 if you'd like to do that using that credit card. We mentioned this earlier, Tony, about this kind of being, out of all the shoes, kind of the most authentic design going back to Minnetonka and what you guys are about, because it is the Suede Moccasin Mule with some beautiful stud details that are on this. $20 off today. We've got this under $40.
Wow.
Those 2 flex pays I was talking about, 3 if you use the HSN credit card, still that free shipping and handling. Sizing for this is 5 through 10 in half and whole sizes, and then 11 and 12 in whole sizes only. And the colors on this one, we'll start down here. We have this in the, is this the stone?
This is stone.
So we have it in the stone, and again, we kind of see the color schemes.
Yeah, it's you know, very traditional Minnetonka. This is our summer brown, so to speak.
Okay.
You know, it's a really light color. We have taupes, but I like to call this sand because to me it looks like sand. But of course the name of it is stone. It's a fabulous neutral.
And so this would be your
this is our
dusty brown.
Yeah, this is the iconic Minnetonka brown. Yes, the dusty.
That's the dusty brown, and then we have it in the red.
Fabulous,
there
very
we go.
bold, fantastic red.
I love that red.
The red is great.
Then we have it in the black.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be your color options for this. When we're talking about sizing really quick on this one, Tony.
Yeah, so this, because this is our traditional moccasin from our factory in the Dominican Republic, it is unlined. It tends to run you know, generous.
Yeah.
So if you're ever in between, I would suggest that you go down a half size.
Okay.
You know, if you know your foot and you weren't Minnetonkas before, then go with whatever size you would in our regular kiltie. But I know I go down a half size, and and it comes in the wides. And the other thing about our unlined moccasins, which is why they're so popular, is because when you start to wear them, your foot will form, you know, and the suede begins to stretch. So that's why, you know, they'll loosen up on you. So if you put them on and they're a little tight, that's okay, because they're definitely gonna loosen up. It's almost like when you wear a glove. You know, you put a glove on for the first few times, and then, you know, it starts to contour to your fingers and your hands. Well, that's what happens with your Minnetonkas. And people know that about our brand. That's what, you know, all of our kilties sort of run a little bit large, and we tend to tell people to come down a half size.
Okay.
If, you know, because they will stretch.
And the black is black on black with the sole. The rest of them are gonna match back with more of like a tan.
A natural sole, yeah. And if I could just bring up the black, I mean, it's very hard to see on camera, but you know, there's all the same detail on the black that you see on the stone there. You know, we've got wonderful little perforations, and then we have the stud ornaments, and it's just a great way to take a basic black shoe. You know, it's got black stitching and the black sole, but to give it a little bit of pop. It's a very...
I'm glad you mentioned that, because the camera sometimes doesn't pick it up as well.
It looks like a black, you can't see anything.
Yeah, all same details.
I go back to the office and they all say, well, we couldn't see the black last.
But I promise, so, in person, it's got the stud detail. Fantastic. It still has all the little personality that all the shoes have.
Yeah, so again, this is our, you know, iconic, this is our nub bottom, which we make all of our kilties on. It is made of rubber, it's very soft, it's very flexible, it's very lightweight. There is padding from the heel all the way down to the toe, but it's not an overly constructed shoe, as you can see. It's very casual, it's very loose. I like to call it barefoot comfort.
Yep. But that's what Minnetonka is about.
That's what we're about, yes. I mean, it's full suede. I mean, a full suede shoe for this kind of price is crazy, a fantastic value. All of this stitching along the front here is hand done. We have stitchers in our factory, and they're actually very experienced, and they have to be very strong because they have to stitch this. And then of course we have our iconic knot, our Minnetonka knot. We always have the knots on the side. So all of the characteristics and the properties of what we've done in our moccasins since 1946 are in this item, but we've, you know, taken that back off because we like to offer that for spring. You know, it's time to get all those layers off of your body and off of your feet and give your feet a little vacation, give it some air.
A vacation for your feet.
Yeah, send it to the spa.
Yeah.
Put on a Minnetonka.
Right. Well, I always say there's shoes that we kind of have to wear and the shoes we want to wear. There's two different categories of shoe. Yep. This is the want to wear shoe. Yeah,
I always like to say this is your by the door shoe.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you have those favorites that you put on and you take off and you get home from work and you slip them on. So, anyway, the sand is, of course, a very strong neutral. This is a basic for us on that dusty. This is really, if you didn't have a color at all, this is probably where to start. It's great with denims. It's also great with khakis, very summer friendly.
And that's the way Tiana has it,
with
the denim.
It's perfect. And then, of course, you know, the red is very bold and very brazen. I love our red suede because, you know, suede absorbs color, I think, better than leather does. And, you know, we love to put colored suede moccasins and things like that in the summer because...
Well, I love that, if we can get a full shot, oh, there is. The red is picking up the little red flowers in her shirt, and it makes the ensemble just pops. Put together. Yes,
the whole thing pops. Yeah,
I love that. You know, if you're thinking about, well, you know, will this red? How will it work? It absolutely will tie back to something that you have. Again, the sizing for this, I want to remind you, is 5 through 10, half and whole sizes, and then 11 and 12 whole sizes only, and then you pick medium or wide width. It's another one of those we have available.
That's right. And that's, you know, again, we do not do that usually, so that's really a great thing. The other thing I want to say about a mule that I think is really important is that in the summertime, a lot of women really don't want to go to sandals. Or they have things going on with their feet that they're really not interested in advertising. So, and I, you know, like I fly a lot. I have to have a closed shoe when I fly. I'm just not gonna, it's too cold in the airports and the airlines for a sandal. Anyway, so this is the perfect item. You know, it will cover the foot, but yet it's open. You get that feeling for spring. The other thing I like to point out about this shoe is that it is very packable. I mean, look at you can get 2 or 3 of these in your suitcase. And of course, whatever you do to them, they're indestructible. They come back looking great. I mean, they're
like
just,
right back out of the box.
They're right out of the box. I mean, when it's real suede, you know, there's nothing artificial here. And of course, it's that one-piece construction, so you're not going to have heavy, stiff glues. It's going to fit like a glove on your foot.
We go back to that kind of fitting like a glove. We've taken $20 off of the original price on this for this event price of under $40. 2 flex payments if you'd like to break it up. Free shipping and handling on this one as well. Item number is 641799. This, again, if you're gonna do Minnetonka and you want something that just is like, takes you back generations and just back to the easier, simpler times of everything. To me, this shoe screams that.
Yeah, and by the way, a lot of Western trends starting to come into the market. You're gonna see a lot of Western in the fall. And this motif has got, you know, a Western feel to it. So
I told Tony,
it's not just yesterday, it's tomorrow too.
Well, I said I'm from Arizona. Come on, everybody else, get on board with our